Ke kopa re phetleng dibebele tsa rona.
May we please turn our Bibles
Bukeng ya John,
in the book of John,
chapter 11,
chapter 11,
verse 3 to 6.
verses 3 through to 6. Therefore his sisters sent unto him, saying, Lord, behold, he whom thou lovest is sick. When Jesus heard that, he said, This sickness is not unto death, but for the glory of God, that the Son of God might be glorified thereby. Now Jesus loved Martha and her sister and Lazarus. When he had heard, therefore, that he was sick, he abode 2 days still in the same place where he was. Therefore his sisters sent unto him, saying, Lord, behold, he whom thou lovest is sick.
Yes.
When Jesus heard that, he said, This sickness is not unto death, but for the glory of God, that the Son of God might be glorified thereby. Now Jesus loved Martha and her sister and Lazarus. When he had heard, therefore, that he was sick, he abode 2 days still in the same place where he was.
Now, re a tseba gore Jesu ke Modimo.
Now we know that Jesus is God.
O tlile e le Modimo ya nna ya ba Modimo.
He came as God and he was God.
Le ha na tsama nameng ho no tsama Modimo ya ka hara nama eo.
Even though he walked in his body, God that was in that body was the one that was walking.
So, but
Impa,
mona re batla ho sheba monna e kereng o kotsi.
here we want to look at a man whom I've said that he's dangerous,
E leng Lazarus.
whose name is Lazarus.
Hantle buka ya John
Actually, the book of Job,
or bophelo ba Jesu
or the life of Jesus,
gore bo hlahelle gore ke Modimo bo hlaisitswe ke Lazarus.
for it to be revealed that he is God, Lazarus is the cause of that.
Re ke phete. Jesu e ne le Modimo,
Jesus was God.
but gore bo Modimo ba hae bo hlahelle,
But for his divinity to be revealed,
the main person o entseng seo ke Lazarus.
the main person that did that was Lazarus.
That is why ke re ke monna ya kotsi.
That is why I say he's a dangerous man.
Now, ha Jesu a tlotla a itla ka mokgwa o bontshang revival.
When Jesus came in a manner that showed the revival,
Ha le teng,
when he was
the
present,
cause ne le Lazarus.
the cause was Lazarus.
Ha Jesu a itla a palame esele,
When Jesus came riding on a donkey,
batho ba re go bokwe ya tlang ka lebitso la Morena.
people saying, Praise be unto the one that comes in the name of the
The
Lord.
cause
The cause
ke Lazarus.
was Lazarus.
If Lazarus was not there,
Ha Lazarus anasiyo.
Bajuda bakabe basaka ba return to follow him
The Jews,
after the resurrection of Lazarus.
the Jews would not have returned to follow him after the resurrection of Lazarus.
Meaning the cause here,
Meaning, kose mona,
ke Lazarus.
it is Lazarus.
Then ha re hlahlube mokgwa o taba ena e beuwang ka teng mo re e badileng teng.
Then let us examine the manner in which this matter has been read according to where we
Maybe
have
ke
read.
first time re e utlwa ka tsela ena.
Maybe it is the first time we hear it in this manner.
Bibele hona bukeng ya John e re
The Bible here in the same book of John says,
gobane modimo o ratile lefatshe
for God so loved the world
o bile wa le nea mora wa ona ya tswetsweng a notsi.
that he gave his only begotten
Meaning
son.
Jesu o tlisitswe ke go rata lefatshe.
Meaning Jesus was brought by loving the world.
Yes. Gore batho ba tlo pholoswa.
For people to be saved.
So the reason ya gore a tle ke lebaka leo la lerato.
So the reason for him to come, it was because of the love.
But mokgwa o ba mo fa message ka ona.
But the manner in which they gave him the
Ha
message,
Lazaro a kula.
when Lazarus was sick,
Ba re
they said,
yeo mo rata
the one that you love,
wa kula.
he is sick.
We need to recheck gore why ba re eo mo ratang wa kula.
We need to check that why do they say, whom thou lovest is sick.
Hangata o kopana le Jesu a ena le Martha le Maria ha o utlwe Lazarus.
Most of the time you meet up with Jesus being with Martha and Mary, but you never
But
hear
ha
about
ba hlahisa
Lazarus.
taba ba re eo mo ratang wa kula.
But when they reveal the matter, they say, the one whom thou lovest is sick.
Meaning le ha ba ne ba hlaela but ya ratwang ke Lazarus.
Meaning even if they appeared more, but the one that was loved mostly was Lazarus.
And then ho no na le ntho tseo ba di etsang go Jesu.
And there were certain things that they did unto Jesus.
Martha o ne a pheha.
Martha was a
And
cooker.
then Maria o na ka dula maotong a Jesu.
And Mary would sit on
But ha
Jesus'
ho
feet.
utlwahale go na le ntho eo Lazarus a e etsang.
But you never hear of anything that
But ha
Lazarus
ba
was
phasa
doing.
message ba re
But when they pass over the message, they
yeo mo
say,
ratang o a kula.
the one whom thou lovest is sick.
Now ha ho utlwahale Bibele
And it does not, we cannot hear in the
kapa re
Bible,
utlwa Bibele e re
or we hear the Bible
eo mo
saying,
ratang wa kula.
whom thou lovest
E
is
ba
sick.
moya o galalelang ha a tempe taba eo.
And the Holy Spirit
E ba
doesn't
taba
assure
eo
that
ha
matter.
se yona.
And then that matter is not the real thing.
Meaning ha ba re eo mo ratang o a kula.
Meaning when they say that one that you
Taba eo
love
e
is
ne le
sick,
taba e serious ha ba re eo mo ratang wa
that
kula.
was a serious matter when they said the one that you love is sick.
And then ke itse ha re mo thole anywhere.
And I said that we do not find him
But
anywhere.
ke cause
But he's the cause
ya gore Jesu
that Jesus,
a tle a recognize gore ke Modimo.
he must be recognized as God.
Eo mo ratang wa kula.
The one whom thou lovest is sick.
So ntate ona
So this man,
eo re sa mo tholeng tabeng tse ngata.
whom we do not find in a lot of matters,
But ha ba re hlalosetsa
but when they explain to us,
ha re le Israel
when we were in Israel,
ba re
they said
o Jesu o ne a ya Bethania
Jesus was going to Bethany,
and then o ne a e ba tulong ya Lazarus. Maybe Lazarus o ne a kgona.
he would be in the place of Lazarus. Maybe Lazarus was able.
But ke batla re shebe something e sa tshwaneng le eo.
But I would like us to look at something that is not similar to that one.
Because Bethania e ne le haufi le Jerusalem.
Because Bethany was closer to Jerusalem.
And then Jerusalem a se mo Jesu a neng a ratwa haholo.
And Jerusalem was not a place where Jesus
Because
was
ho
loved
ne ho ena
more.
le ba Pharisee le ba priester teng.
Because there were the Pharisees and the priests
Ba
abiding
neng ba
there.
tshwere molao.
Those that had the law.
And then ho bonahala ho no go se hole mme re bone le rona ha o hole.
And we saw that it was not far off.
So motho ha e le mojuda
So when one is a Jew,
o tula tulong ya hae ya bojuda ka tsela eo e ba mojuda.
that person will abide in his position of being
So
a Jew in
meaning
that
taba
manner.
e thata mona
Meaning the complicated
ya
part
hore
here,
ha ba kgone Jesu hantle.
that they do not really believe
Ko
unto
hobane ha
Jesus.
hona ntho e ba e bonang haholo.
It is because there's something that they do not
E ba
see
ka e
much of,
supang haholo.
that which they can point at.
But instead
Instead,
ya ba motho ya bitswang Lazarus
then a man called
a
Lazarus,
elellwa Jesu.
he realized Jesus.
I think he did something
Mme ke nahana hore ho na le ntho a
e
e
entseng hore Jesu ha le Jerusalem.
that he did that when Jesus was in
O
Jerusalem.
na tloha Jerusalem a tlo robala Bethany.
He will come from Jerusalem to sleep
So
in
meaning
Bethany.
when the reception kapa kamohelo.
Mean
Yes.
reception.
It's a reception for Jesus.
And he did a good reception
And
unto
then
Jesus.
Lazarus ha o ka mo hlokomela.
And if you can take note of
Ha se
Lazarus,
dintho tse ngata tseo a di boneng Jesu a di etsa.
there are not a lot of things that he saw
Because
Jesus
Jesu ha
doing.
etsa ntho tse ngata Bethany.
Because Jesus did not do a lot of things
And
in
le
Bethany.
Jerusalem ha etsa ntho tse ngata.
Even in Jerusalem, he did not
But
do
o
much.
tlile Jesu ha ruta.
But he heard Jesus when he
A
was
amohela
teaching.
thuto ya Jesu.
And he accepted the
Ke yona
teaching of
ntho e entseng hore
Jesus.
Jesu a mo rate.
That is the thing that made
Because
Jesus to love
Jesu
him. Because
o na
Jesus,
se interested ka ditaba tsa ho fola ha
he
batho.
was not interested in the matters of
But o
healing
na le
people.
interested ka thuto.
But he was more interested in
And then
teaching.
anybody ya nkang thuto ya
And
hae.
anybody that took his
Because o
teaching.
na tseba hore o tlo tsamaya.
Because he knew that he will
Then
depart.
ha sa tsamaile.
And when he has departed,
Ho tla sala thuto ya hae.
his teaching will be the
So
one that
ho
is left.
bonahala monna o na bitswang Lazarus.
So it seems like this man that
Ha
is called
bona
Lazarus,
mehlolo e mengata.
he did not see a lot
But
of
o tlile
miracles,
thuto ya Jesu.
but he heard the teachings
A
of
ba
Jesus.
interested thutong ya
And
mono.
he was interested in the teachings of
That
this
is
man.
why
Ke ka hoo,
ba kgonang hore
they are able to say,
yeo mo ratang o a kula.
one whom you love
And
is
then
sick.
ba bone conversation.
They have seen the conversation.
Ba bone tsela eo ba relatang
They
ka
have
yona.
seen the manner in which
Ba
they
bone tsela
related.
eo a mo atamelang ka
They
yona.
saw the manner in which he was
And
close
then
to
ho
him.
sena ntho e batho ba neng ba ka e bona.
There was nothing that people
The
can
other
look
thing
at.
that I want to put,
Another thing e ke batlang ho e hlalosa,
Peter
Petros,
ha ba ka ba ba etsa hore Jesu a bonwe le Modimo.
they never made Jesus to be
But ba ne
seen
ba
as
tsamaya le
God.
yena every day.
But they walked with him
And
every
then ba tsamaya le
day.
yena everywhere.
And they walked with him
Ba bona
everywhere.
everything.
And they saw
Then Lazarus
everything.
na sa bone everything.
Lazarus was not seeing everything.
But
Impa,
Bibele e re
the Bible says,
eo mo ratang wa kudu.
whom thou lovest is sick.
Meaning ke go re boneng something mo.
Meaning, may we take
Lazarus o
something
na na
here.
le mahlo
Lazarus had the eyes
a o bona Modimo.
of seeing God.
Motho a ka nna ba pela Modimo.
A person can be closer to
But a ska
God,
ba ba le mahlo o bone Modimo.
but never be able to have the eyes to see God.
Lazarus
Lazarus,
ha se morutuwa wa Jesu.
he was not a disciple
But
of Jesus,
already
but already
o feta Judas Iscariot.
he is more than Judas Iscariot.
Ha se morutuwa wa Jesu.
He was not the disciple of Jesus.
Obviously Thomas o santse a le ka thoko ho yena.
Obviously, Thomas is on
And
the side.
Philippi le yena o ka thoko ho
And
yena.
Philippi, we also take him on the
So
side.
meaning
Ho bolela hore,
motho ena a bitswang Lazarus
this person that is called Lazarus,
o ne a le kotsi ho feta ba bang ba barutuwa ba
he
Jesu.
was more dangerous than other disciples
Because
of
ho kgona
Jesus.
hore Something.
Let me show you something.
Motho ya bitswang John,
A person that is called John,
ke yena ya referwang a ratwa ke Jesu.
he is the one that is referred to being loved by
And then le
Jesus,
Lazarus.
together with Lazarus.
Meaning Lazarus.
Meaning
O
Lazarus,
share stage le John.
he shares the same
But
stage
ha
with John,
tsebahale.
but he is not
Ha
well
hona
known.
ntho e nngwe e entse.
There is nothing that is said
Ha
he
e se o
had
phamisa
done it,
Jesu fela.
but only to lift up Jesus.
Ke motho wa ntate.
He is a father, a man.
Yes. Ke motho wa ntate, a kere?
He is a
Ke
man.
motho wa ntate, a kere?
He is a
Wa
man.
ntate. Meaning,
Ho bolela hore
o ile a nka monyetla e se moruti.
he took the opportunity, even though he was not a pastor,
E se moefangkgedi.
even though he was not an
A se na
evangelist,
lebitso.
even though he didn't have a
But
title
o
or a name,
phamisa Modimo.
but he lifted up God.
O entse jwalo jwang?
How did he do that?
O entse jwalo ka ho nka thuto.
He did that by taking the teaching.
O tseba ha o sebetsa le Jesu.
You must know that when you walk
Jesu
with
o bona
Jesus,
ka pelong.
Jesus sees your
O
heart.
bona hantle ha o nka thuto.
He sees well when you
O
take
bona
the
hantle ha o
teaching.
nka ditaba tsa hae.
He sees well when you take his
To an
matters.
extent ya hore Jesu
To an extent that
o
Jesus,
tloha Jerusalema.
he comes from
O tlo
Jerusalem.
robala ha Lazarus.
He came and slept at
A
Lazarus'
re
house.
ke re e behe hantle.
Let us put it
Na o na le
clearly.
ntate a batlang ke bue le yena.
Is this a man
Ha
that
ke re
wants me to
behe
speak to you?
hantle.
Let us
Ho na
clarify
le motho
it.
ya sa robaleng ka tlung.
There is somebody that does not sleep
Ya
in his
bitswang
house.
Jesu.
That is called
Ha eba a
Jesus.
sa robale.
If he does not sleep,
Tshwantse ba ntse a bua le Lazarus.
there must be a time when he
Tshwantse
speaks to
Lazarus ba ntse a
Lazarus.
mmotsa dipotso.
There must be a time when
Ore
Lazarus
ena e
is
etsahala
not
jwang?
sleeping. That how does
So
this happen?
lerato la Lazarus
So the love of
le hula
Lazarus,
Jesu ka hara Jerusalem.
it pulls Jesus out of
Come and
Jerusalem.
sleep here.
Hore o tle o tlo robala mona. Come and sleep here.
Ba re ha ba re hlalosetsa,
So when they explained to
o na
us,
hlokomela barutuwa ba hae kaofela le Jesu.
he was taking care of
But
the
what I
disciples
see
together with
there,
Jesus. Empa se ke se bonang
Ke
moo,
bona two things.
ke bona dintho tse pedi.
Ntho tse ke di bonang tsa ya pele.
The first one that I see,
Ha se hore o na na le bokgoni.
it is not that he was able,
Ke gore na tseba bokgoni ba Jesu.
it was that he knew the ability of Jesus.
But le teng a se bo bone.
But even though he has not
O
seen it,
dumetse taba tsa Jesu a di utlwa, e seng a bone a etsa something.
he believed the matters of Jesus by
Until
hearing,
Jesus
not seeing him
aetsa.
do. Up until Jesus does
Yena a sa
something,
mmone.
while he did not see
A
him,
se na tumelo le
while
biteng.
he did not have faith in the grave.
That's Lazarus.
Ke Lazarus.
Meaning,
Ho bolela hore
ha hona motho ya ka reng.
there is nobody that can say,
Ha ke na stage sa ho sebeletsa Modimo.
I do not have a stage of serving God.
O ka sebeletsa Modimo ba sa o bone.
That you can serve God without being seen.
Yes. Jwalo ka Lazarus.
Just like Lazarus.
Ha o amohela thuto,
When you accept the teaching,
o tseba o phamisa monga yona.
you are able to lift up its
But
owner.
ha o sa amohele thuto,
But if you do not
ha o
accept
tsebe
the
o
teaching,
phamisa monga yona.
you are not able to lift up its
And to
owner.
phamisa Modimo.
And to lift up God,
Ke kgolo haholo le hodimo.
it is a much more greater thing up in
E tla
heaven.
etsahala forever and ever.
That which will happen
So
forever
Lazarus
and
o e
ever.
etsa before.
So Lazarus is doing it
Before
before.
e ka ba etsuwa ka bosafeleng.
Before it can be done
So o
through
tseba o
eternity.
phamisa Modimo.
He is able to lift
Ha
up
tsebe o
God.
rera.
He is unable to
Ha
preach.
tsebe o bina.
He is unable
But o
to
tseba o
sing.
phamisa Modimo.
But he is able to lift
Ka o
up
tseba ho
God
nka thuto.
by being able to take
Ho
the
nka
teaching.
thuto.
To take the
Until
teaching.
Modimo a e bona.
Up until
Hore
God
thuto ya
sees
ka e
him,
teng ka hara
that
motho.
there is my teaching in that
fihlella
person.
Modimo.
Up until God
Kapa Jesu.
or Jesus
A tlola stage.
takes over the
Sa o
stage
rata lefatshe.
of loving the
A
world
rata yena.
and loves him
Personal.
personally.
This is a personal thing.
Ntwena ke taba ya
It's not
personal.
for everyone.
Ha se ya motho o mong le o
Meaning
mong.
Jesus.
Meaning
O
Jesus,
na le lerato la ho rata lefatshe.
he has the love of loving the
But la
world,
rata motho ya itseng.
but of loving a certain
Ka baka la
individual
thuto.
because of teachings.
Then if o sa nke thuto,
if you do not take the teachings
o sa etse,
and you do not take
o
action,
ipehella hara bongata
you put yourself in
ho
the
batho ba
multitude
ratwang ba bangata.
amongst all the people that
But
are
ha o
loved.
nka thuto ya hae,
But if you take
o
his
e
teachings
etsa,
and you
o
take
intsha
action,
ka hara batho ba
you
bangata,
take yourself out of a
you
lot
ba
of
le a
people.
special time
You have a special
le
time
yena
together with him
because of the teaching.
because of
If you
tuto.
hear a teaching
Ha utlwa tuto
and then you wa etsa,
and you take
you will
action,
be like Lazarus.
o tla tshwana le
You don't
Lazarus.
need to preach.
Ha o hloke ho rera,
But
empa
you break the revival
o tlisa
because of
tsoseletso
the teaching.
hobane
How
o
that teaching
when you take the
we
teaching
etsa,
and you take
we
action
phela,
and you live
o
according
ba
to
part
it,
ya
you
revival.
become part of
Le
the
haeba o sa
revival.
bue,
Even if you do
ha o
not
tsamaya
speak,
o revival,
when you walk, you
because
are a
o tshwere
revival
thuto.
because you are holding a teaching.
Anybody
Motho mang kapa mang
ya utlwang thuto
that hears the teaching
a sa etse,
and does not
a
do
ka
it,
nna tshwana le
that
Judas
person can be like
or
Judas
Thomas
or Thomas
or Philippi.
or Philip
A botsa dipotso se senang
and
kelello.
ask questions
Tse
without
kileng tsa
that do
botswa
not
ke
make sense,
Lazarus.
that can never be asked by Lazarus.
It's like how
What's-
o rutwa.
Ho tshwana le when you are taught.
No, ha batho ba rutwa lentswe.
When people are taught the word,
Ha ba nke ntho tseno haholo ho feta ha ba bona mohlolo.
they do not take those things as important more than when they see miracles. The miracles are birthed by the word.
Lefatshe le entswe ke lentswe.
The world was created by the word.
You lose the word.
O luza lintswe,
You lose the love of Jesus.
o luza lerato la Morena Jesu,
Le special.
that which is special.
Then hara batho ba bangata,
Then amongst a lot of people,
ha o le ka hara bona,
when you are in their
you
midst,
decide
o yetsa
ho
qeto
tswa ka hara bona
to come out of them
by the teaching.
ka thuto.
Ha o na le teaching e tlang ho wena,
If there's a teaching that comes
then
to
teaching
you
eo e feta ka thoko ho wena.
and that teaching goes on your side,
O tseba hore ho etsahala so.
you must know that
O
this is
fetuwe ke
happening.
lerato.
You have been passed by love.
Le le tlang ho wena personal.
That was coming to you personally.
Why? Ke tswela pele. Ke tswela pele. Hona motho a batlang ke tswela pele. Now,
Jwale,
ho fitla mo batho ba reng
to reach a point where people say,
ba le babedi
together,
ba etsa molaetsa
they make a
ba re
message
eo mo ratang,
and say, whom thou lovest.
eo mo ratang.
Whom thou lovest.
Hangata ha re rera re
A lot of times when we preach, we normally say,
re Jesu o ne a bitswa ka hore ya mo rata. No.
we say Jesus
No, ne
was,
ba sa mo bitse ka hore wa mo rata.
they didn't call him that he
Ba ne ba
loves him.
bua the truth
Ne ba bua nnete.
because
Hobane
Lazarus
Lazarus
chose
o kgethile
set the stage.
a seta, he chose the center stage.
Yes. Then
Then,
haeba o sa etse ka lentswe,
if you do not do
every
according to
time
the
o
word,
rutwa,
every time when you are taught,
ha o rutwa o le teng,
when you are taught in your
Hothi,
presence, it is said,
nka moela ke o rate.
accept me so that I may love
Ebe ke ba
you,
le relationship le
so
wena.
that I may have
Then
a
ha o ka
relationship with
thuto eo o
you.
e behella kwana,
And when you take that teaching and put it
o
on
re
the
nna
side, you say,
ha ke batle o nrate.
I do not want you to love
Specially.
me.
Ke batla
Specially,
ho ba ka hara batho.
I want to be amongst people.
Ho na le motho a ntse a nkutlwa mo. Ntate bua. Because he loves. Oh, how I love Jesus. Oh, how I love Jesus. Jesus. Oh, how I love Jesus. Because he first. Then how am I?
And when you accept the word, you accept the bread of life. You must understand when he's teaching together with the devil. When he's with the devil, when he explains how powerful it is, he says a man cannot live but by the word that comes from the a person is made alive by the word. What makes a person go to heaven are the words. That which Lazarus said, these words, I cannot allow them to stay elsewhere. They must abide in my home. He sets a stage. He opens a door. I don't want him when he has a lot of people. When the multitude, I want him alone.
I will listen to him
when he is preaching up until he's closer to me. Lazarus,
a dangerous man.
Monna ya kotsi.
And Lazarus,
and Lazarus is not bothered that Jesus is not even mentioning him. Ever since he is always with the women. He does not come to me. You know when we are there at church, they are concentrating more on the women. He knows his thing. When women cry, he does not have a problem. When they fall in the presence of God, he does not have a problem. He's looking at the words that come from the man's mouth. That is called the word that was in the beginning. Where there was nothing that was made without it. Those words were building him up. He was okay with those words. He was eating the bread
of life.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
When you see him, you just see the dead Lazarus. It is said, the one whom thou lovest is sick. And Jesus made a decision. And Jesus decided, said, amongst all these people, this one I will let him go. I will let this one go. I want to do a great thing through him because he has received a greater thing in him. Let me repeat it. He has received a greater thing within him. If he can call him out in the grave, he will be able to recognize the voice. Because he says, when Jesus explains himself, he says they know the voice. So if he can say Lazarus, even when he's dead, he will resurrect because he knows the word. Even if they can call you, you die forever.
Because you are too normal.
Because you are too normal.
I want to deal with battle.
I want to deal with people that do not want to be normal. That wants to cross the line. And say, I do not want to be part of a lot of people. Unto Jesus. I do not want to be like Mary and Martha. No. No. I want to have a special place. This person had
Monno o na le
rooms.
dikamore ka ho yena.
This man had rooms in him.
Yes, o na le dikamore ka ho yena.
He had rooms in him.
But unfortunately,
But unfortunately,
batho ba bangata,
a lot of
they
people,
don't know hore
they do not know
o na le
that.
a special place
O na le tulo
for
e
some
kgethehileng
people,
for batho ba itseng,
those who chose
batho ba kgethileng,
hore
that
ha re batle ho ba batho ba normal.
that we do not want to be normal people.
Ha ana bothata.
We do not have a problem.
No, ha ana bothata
He
Tatone.
does not have
Le
a
ha Jesu a ka
problem.
mo feta fela nna bua le maratana.
Even
Mare,
if Jesus can pass him and speak to others,
le ha sa mo dumedisa, ha ana bothata.
even if he doesn't greet him, he doesn't have a
Wa tseba
problem.
Lazarus a re o tla ya kgutla.
Lazarus knows that he will
Ke mo
go and
tshwere
come
ka
back.
lentswe,
I hold
because
him with
monona ke
the word.
lentswe.
Because this man is the word.
Hallelujah. Because he first, hey,
Yes,
o nratile pele.
he first loved me.
But ha nratile pele,
But when he had first loved
tshwantse ke
me,
mo hule ka lerato leo a nang le lona.
I must pull him towards me with that love that he
A
has,
tle haufi le nna.
so that he can come closer to me.
Ha o fastile 3 days,
When you have fasted for 3 days,
ke tla fasta 5.
I will fast 5.
Ha o fastile 5,
When you have fasted for
ke tla
5
etsa
days,
10.
I will do 10.
Why?
Hobane
I want to be special to him.
ke batla ho kgetheha ho yena.
You must do something
Ho na le ntho o tlameleng ho e etsa
e sa tshwaneng le ya ba bang.
that is not like the
O etsa
others.
Jesu attention ya hore a tle haufi.
You give Jesus, or you make Jesus to come closer.
Ba batla ho ba normal ka mo. If you want to ba normal, o tla ba normal, o tla tshwana le batho kaofela. O tla tshwana le batho kaofela.
You will be like each and every person.
Hey, hey. Monona,
This man,
from Genesis
ho tloha ho
till
Genesis,
Revelation,
ho fihlella
ha
ho
hona motho a tshwanang
tsenolo,
le Lazarus
there's no man like Lazarus.
in the Bible.
Ka hara Bebele.
He o entse ntho e entsweng ke yena a le mong.
He did his own thing.
No, a le one.
He did his own thing
O
alone.
kila ka bona ka Jesu a tsosa motho a ba ja le yena.
Where have you seen Jesus raising a dead man and then eat together with him?
Ke yena fela.
He's the only one
Ya ja le Jesu ka morao ka motsotse.
that will eat together with Jesus
Jesu
after
ha
him.
kgutlele ha hao ha o tsositse.
Jesus doesn't return back to your home when he has risen
ha
you
na
from
le
the dead.
relationship le wena.
He returns back to your home when he has a relationship with you,
Bitle le ja kaofela.
so that you can come together and eat together.
Hey. Mando shaya zi. Then Bibele ibere.
Then the Bible says,
Jesu araba
Jesus answered,
are
he said,
ho shwa hona.
this death,
Ke kopa re utlwe temaneo hantle moo. Ho shwa hona
this sickness,
ke ho tlisang glory.
it is
Ho
for the
etsang hore
glory,
ke be glorified.
that which makes me to be glorified.
Because glory haitli ho motho ya sa ratwe.
Because glory does not come to a person that is not loved.
Okay, let's check.
Harishebe.
Let's check. The
Harishebe.
man who saw the glory,
Monna ya boneng kganya.
John is his name.
Johane ke lebitso
Book
la
in
hae.
Revelation.
In the book of
Ke
Revelation,
yena a ratwang.
he's the one that
Daniel
is
the
loved.
prophet.
Daniel mo
Monna ya
moporofeta,
ratwang.
the man that is loved.
Anybody who has an attention ya lehodimo.
Anybody who has the attention of
O na le
heaven,
attention ya glory.
he has the attention of the glory.
So immediately Lazarus a ratwa.
So immediately when Lazarus is
Ho
loved,
tshwanetse ho tswe glory.
then the glory must come up.
Ho thi Daniel
It is said Daniel,
monna ya ratwa.
the man that is loved.
That's the man o bona ntho tse tshosang.
That is the man that saw scary
Ya
things.
ratwang ya bitswang John.
The man that is loved, that is called John.
O bona buka ya Revelation.
He sees the book of
The
Revelation.
secretary ya Jesu.
The secretary of Jesus.
You can't be a secretary. Oh, a secretary ke motho ya haufi le mookamedi wa feme.
The secretary is a person that is
secretary
closer.
ke motho ya nang le value.
A secretary is somebody that has the
Ke motho
value.
ya bitsang di-meeting.
She's the person that
Ke
calls
motho ya
meetings.
bitsang di-meeting.
She's the
Ke
person
motho
that
ya
organizes.
hlalosang ntho tse batho ba bang ba sa di
That
tsebeng.
person explains certain things
The
that other people do
secretary
not know.
John.
Secretary Johanne.
He's on the stage le Lazarus.
O staging hammo le Lazarus.
And Lazarus ha rere, yena wa rere.
And when Lazarus is with him, he preaches.
No, Lazarus ha rere.
Lazarus, he does not
O
preach.
right mo a leng gona teng.
He's okay where he is.
Ha ba ka re, wena ha o sebetse letho kerekeng.
If they say you are not doing anything at church,
O so lemetse hore ba sebedisa basadi fela.
you are hurt and you say they
But
only use
Lazarus o
women.
content
Empa Lazarus o kgotsofetse
where he is
moo a leng teng
to reveal the glory.
hore a hlahise kganya.
If you want to be the revealer of the glory,
Ha o batla ho ba mohlahisi wa kganya,
eat the word until the word eats you.
e ja lentswe ho fihlella lentswe le ja wena.
Jesu ke motswalle wa ka. Jesu ke motswalle wa ka. Setswalle le Jesu. Se batho kaofela mme le dichomi le Jesu.
It is
Ke
not
ba Lazarus.
everybody that is friends with Jesus. It's people like Lazarus.
Those who know this man,
Bao ba tsebang monna ona,
o re o na le glory.
that he has the glory.
This man,
Monna
ke yena
ona,
a na le thabeng ya Sinai,
he was on Mount
who
Sinai.
met Moses.
Ya kgahlaneng le Moshe.
He had him
O mo utlwile
ha ntse a bua.
when he was speaking.
He is the one
Ke yena,
eo re mo emetseng.
that which we are
Ya
waiting
bitswa
for.
Messiah the Christ.
That is called the Messiah, the Christ.
Wow! A re nka se mo tlohele.
He says, I
Batho ba
cannot
bang ba kgona ho
leave
tlohela
him.
Modimo a le haufi.
Some people are able to leave God while he's nearer
Ebe ba mo rejecta a le haufi.
and reject him while he's
Batho ba
closer.
mahlo a metsu jwalo ka Lazarus ha ba mo tlohele.
People with sharp eyes like Lazarus, they do not let him go.
Ba re tla mo tshwara ho fihlela hlahisa kganya.
They say we will hold onto him up until he reveals the glory. When Jesus heard that, he said,
Yes.
this sickness is not unto death,
Yena a se a ho shwa.
but for the glory of God.
For the glory,
Of God.
because Jesu ha ntse a le teng.
Because when Jesus was present,
Ha ka ba glorify
he was not glorified.
until Lazarus.
Ho fihlella Lazarus.
And then he become glorified.
Then
Ay,
o bile
khona bana.
a ba
After
glorified.
Lazarus,
Ka mora Lazarus.
meaning glory,
Meaning glory
ya lefu la Lazarus.
of the death of
At
Lazarus.
least hore Jesu
It brings that
ba
Jesus,
Juda
the Jews,
ba sokolowe
that they must
ba
repent.
sokolowe
They
bojudeng.
must repent from their religion.
O tseba mojuda ha sokoloha
You must know when a Jew
hona le ntho e
repents,
etsahetseng.
there is something that
It's
happened.
Bethania.
It happened in Bethany.
Lazarus is his name.
Lazarus ke lebitso la hae.
Bala re utlwe monnona.
This sickness is not unto death,
Yes, please.
but for the glory of God, that the Son of God,
Lefu lena
this sickness,
le tshwantse le hlahise glory.
it must reveal the glory.
Ha se ntho e isang lefung e,
It is not something that leads to
but
death,
ke ntho e tlo hlahisa glory.
but it is something that is going to reveal the glory.
But how na le motho ya leng close?
But if there's somebody that is
You have
close,
to eat the word.
o tlamehile ho ja
O ja
lentswe.
lentswe haholo
You must eat the word
until
much
the
more.
glory
Ho fihlella the
e
glory.
hlaya ka ho wena.
It is revealed from within you.
Wow. Tswela pele, ngwanaka,
That the Son of God might be glorified
Please.
thereby.
Yes. Even?
That the Son of God might be glorified thereby. Now Jesus loved Martha and his sister.
The Son
That the Son of God might be glorified thereby.
Do you know Huri?
And now what that
Jesu
Jesus,
ba mo bitsa ka majwe ha ipitsa morra wa modimo.
he was cast by
But
stones.
Lazarus
But Lazarus,
o tla etsa hore morra a be glorified ho batho ba batlang mo bitsa ka majwe.
he will make the Son to be glorified by the people that want
Ha
to stone him.
ha etse lerata.
He does not make
Ha ba
noise.
Farisi ntse ba bua.
When the
O
Pharisees
etsa
are
ntho ya
speaking,
hae Bethany.
he is doing his own thing in Bethany.
Shall I be ngwana? Oh, e reng hape? A re bale chapter 12. Okay, a re it were. Now, now, Jesu,
Now Jesus,
after 2 days,
ka mora matsatsi a mabedi,
he decided
o bile a etsa qeto
ya go ya Bethany.
to go to Bethany.
Ne ke kopa le hlapele ntho eno modiane.
Maybe you please clap
O
hands
etsa
for
qeto
that.
ya go ya Bethany.
He made a decision to go to Bethany.
E re go bontshe na o etsuwa ke eng?
Let me show you what
Ke
was the
lentswe la
cause.
le kentseng ka go Lazarus.
It is the word that he has placed in Lazarus.
O nyoloha a leba Bethany.
He went to Bethany.
Ha tsosa moradi wa Jairus.
When he raised the daughter of Jairus,
O na tswa latwa
he was
ke
fetched
ntate wa ngwana.
by the father of the child.
Ha tlo tsosa moshemane ono a naile.
When he raised the young man of Nain, he was just
But ha e
passing
lo
by.
tsosa Lazarus.
But when he was going
He
to raise
decided
Lazarus, o bile a etsa qeto
To go there.
hore a ye moo,
Bethany.
ho Bethany.
So hangata
So most of the time,
o robala teng.
he slept there.
Letsatsi le bosiu ile ba mo fitlela Jerusalem ke mohla a nang le barutu.
The day when the night caught him in Jerusalem, it was the day when he was together with his disciples.
Mohlang wa thamboho.
The day of the bread.
But ha sa ngwa theboho.
But when he doesn't break the bread,
Tshwantse a ye bohobeng
he must go to the bread
in Bethany
in Bethany.
because ntse bo kena ka o mong.
Because it was coming
O na le
into a
seqwa se la
person.
low.
He was not there during the
Because
Holy
ha hloke
Communion.
selallo.
Because he does not need the Holy Communion.
O entse mosebetsi ya sa phele.
He did his work during the time that he lived.
Ke motho ya hlahisang glory.
He's a man that reveals the glory.
Then a re fete lefu la hae. Okay, ha re yeng fela mono re fete ha ilo tsoswa.
Let's just go to when he was
Martha o tlile.
resurrected. Martha came.
4 days.
Matsatsi amane.
Motho a shwele a se mmošareng.
When a person is dead and is no longer in the mortuary, that person
Is boiling.
is rotten.
Wa bona. Jwale diboko di ba teng.
And now the
Ha
worms will
hona
be there.
diboko tse tla tshwara lentswe.
There are no worms that will touch the word.
Ntho e teng ya nkga.
Something that is said, it
Ha e thotse
smells.
lentswe.
When it has received the word,
E a tsoa.
that thing resurrects.
Ntho e bitswa revival.
That thing is called a revival.
For revival to come,
For revival hore e
needs
tle,
people ba leng lentsweng, bao maoto a bona e leng lentswe.
it needs people that are in the word,
And
whose
those who-
feet are
those-
the word.
Those who don't care,
Ba sanang taba,
hore ba ratwa kapa ha ba ratwe.
whether they are loved or not.
Those who are not after the love of people, but after the love of Him.
But those that are not after the love of people,
Those
but
who-
after the love of
Ba
Him.
sa tsotelleng hore na ba kgothatswa kapa ba kgothatswa.
Those that don't care
Eh,
whether they are encouraged or
Ba sa
not.
tsotelleng hore na ho thwe ba entse hantle hore ha ba etsang.
Those that don't care whether it's said they've
Ba
done
sa
right or
tsotelleng ba
wrong.
roriswa.
Those that don't care whether
Ba
they are,
tsotelletseng ho ja ho feta ho roriswa.
those that are more concentrating on eating than to be praised.
Ba tsebang lentswe
Those that know the word.
hore Modimo ha a re ho Joshua,
That when God said
o
to
ska ya ka o le
Joshua,
letona kapa ka o le
do
letshehadi.
not go to the left nor to the
Buka
right.
ena ya molao e ska tloha molomong
This
wa hao.
book of law should not depart out
Ke
of your
hona o
mouth.
tla atleha.
That is when
O
you
enagane
will
bosiu le
succeed.
motshehare.
You must meditate on it day and
Lazarus wa
night.
tseba hore
Lazarus knew
ha le
that
ka hara lentswe,
when he is in
le
the
ha ka
word,
shwa wa tsoha.
even if he can die, he resurrects.
Ho monate ho ba le Jesu. Maya he. Jesu ke motswalle wa ka. When that ho monate ho ba le Jesu. You decide
Where the qeto,
hore na batho ba ya kwana.
where the people go one direction,
When you go to the direction of the wedding,
when oya directioning ya lentswe,
ha o tsotelle hore batho ba etsang.
you don't care what people
You
do.
make a decision
O etsa qeto
ya hore
of
me
saying,
alone
nna ke le mong,
Jesu o tla glorify.
Jesus will be glorified.
Me alone
Nna ke le mong.
ho kula ho
This sickness,
ho tlisa glory.
it brings the
Ay, ay, ay,
glory.
ay. Ho tlisa glory.
It brings the glory.
It's like we don't know the Bible.
It is like ha re tsebe
We don't
Bibele.
see things that bring the glory.
Ha re bone dintho tse tlisang
We see the
kganya.
problem, we don't see the glory.
Re bona bothata ha re bone
Mahlo a
kganya.
monno a bitswang Lazarus
The eyes of this man
sees the
called
glory
Lazarus,
more than the problem.
o bona the glory more than the problem.
This man,
Monna
before
ona,
I shwa,
before his
a
death,
shwa sefapanong,
before he
o
died on the
tshwantse a re
cross,
file hore ha ke mang motho.
he must reveal first who this
But
person
Lazarus
is.
will do that.
But Lazarus o tla kgona ho etsa ntho eo.
Reveal yourself. Lazarus batho ba le ba o rapela ho morena.
Lazarus is not those people
ho
that
Jehova
pray.
wa makgotla. Ho Jesu. Ho Jesu itlhaise ho nna. Ha o sa itlhaise ke a shwa. No, a se batho ba ke batho ba hore re mo tseba lentsweng.
Lazarus is the people that say we know him by his word.
When he teaches,
Seo a se rutileng.
ha ba hlalosa Jesu,
When they explain Jesus,
but he was the preaching machine.
but he was the preaching machine.
Kore motho a jwalo monna
As such a man,
Kore re nga bua sentence e one.
that when he says
O
one
utlwa o ka re o
sentence
pipitletswe.
and you feel that you are
O gotse haholo.
totally
You are
full.
full. Kore ha o utlwa a bua.
When you hear him speak,
O kopa hore ema hanyane ke santsane ke thuisa.
you just say, stop a bit, I need to meditate
Kore
on
o bua
this.
sentence e one.
He says one
One
sentence.
word.
Lentswe le le
Lay
leng.
one.
Just one
La le
word.
buang.
That which he
Enough
speaks. It is
to
enough.
sustain a person.
Hore le boloke motho
Dilemo ka dilemo.
throughout many years.
You don't know that.
How it's
How
even
that
true.
serious is.
Hore
A
ntho eo e serious e jwang.
sentence.
Lentswe, a sentence.
Sentence of Jesus can
Sentence ya
carry
morena
you
Jesu e ka o-
until eternity.
e ka o boloka ho fihlella bo sa feleng.
That's the man. He could ona mo hlokomela. Bana motho ona wa bua.
Lazarus took note that this man speaks.
Yena re ha o ngotse note tsa hae.
The one that when you have written
O
his
rata ho
notes,
di hlahloba hape.
you want to examine
Hore
them
taba tsa
again.
motho o,
That the matters of
ha
this
soka
man,
ke di utlwa taba
I've
tse tje.
never heard such.
Immediately o na le ditaba tse sa
Immediately,
utlwing
there
anywhere.
are matters that
You
cannot be
must
heard
know
anywhere.
hore
You must
O
know that
lahlela ropo ya hore
you are throwing the rope of
ho
saying.
bapala Black My Party.
You are playing hide and seek.
Black My Party.
You are playing
Don't
hide and seek.
know.
Come
How
out.
jwetswa hore
When you are told that,
ke lentswe le le
he
le
is the
tshimolong.
word that was in the
Ho
beginning.
tikono.
It is said, come
Ha
closer.
o fetolelwa
When
ditaba.
matters are
Ha o
revealed
tla
unto you,
conference.
when there is
Ho
a
twe no
conference,
notle.
and it is said,
Ha o
come
thwe ke
closer.
bontate, o thwe ke a batjha.
When it is said
Ho
it's the
bua ka
men's
Miriam, ho
conference,
thwe no notle.
it is said, come
It's not
out.
exciting
It is
thing.
not dintho
It's
tse
hide and
exciting.
seek.
Ke hide and seek.
No note.
Come out.
No note.
Come out.
Every time o utlwa taba tse tibileng,
Every time you hear deep matters,
ho thwe no note.
it is said, come out.
No note.
Come out.
No note.
Come out.
O tle o tswe ka hara batho.
You must come out of people.
E tla moo.
Come closer.
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 Paul the apostle.
Paulo se mo
Ha tshwane le
apostoli.
baapostola ba bang.
He was not like all the
Because
other
he
apostles.
knew
Hobane o ne a
no
tseba,
note.
come out.
But what about no note?
People that knows come out.
They come.
Batla.
Wa bona batho bana ba ratwang, ha ba tshwenyehe.
You see the people that are loved, they are not bothered.
Ha o utlwe John a re,
You don't hear John saying,
Peter thola nke ke re le nna.
Peter, keep quiet so that I may
Wa
preach
thola.
as well. He keeps quiet
Because wa ratwa.
because he is loved.
Peter can preach.
Petros a ka rera
John a le mona.
while John is
Hana
here.
bothata.
He doesn't have a problem.
No note.
Come out.
John no note.
John, come out.
No note o bo tlo fitla bukeng ya Revelation.
Come out up until you reach the book
No,
of
no,
Revelation. Come
O tlo
out
tseba ho tseba hore na
so that you may be able to know
ha o
that
thwe moya wa nku.
when it is
Ha o
said,
thwe ne ke le moyeng.
I was in the spirit.
No note.
Come out.
Thola monna.
Keep quiet.
Ka nna bua.
Stop saying
Re batla o ko
things.
bua ka monna ona qetellong.
We want you to speak about this
O
man
mo
at the
hlalose hore
end.
na ho thwe ke mang.
When you reveal who
Ha
he is,
ngona John a re.
then when John writes, he says, he is the word.
Ke lentswe. Ha bue jwalo ka bo Peter.
He does not speak like Peter. He's the
Le
word.
ne le le tshimologong.
That was in the beginning.
O tseba hore ha ntse a thotse
You
jwalo.
must know that as he was
Ho ntso kena
quiet,
lentswe ka ho yena.
the word was coming into
Until a
him.
describe a lentswe.
Up until
A re
he
lentswe le ne le
described
le
the word
Modimo.
and saying the word was with
Lentswe
God.
le le Modimo.
The word
Ha hona
was
motho a
God.
tshwang jwalo.
There's nobody that
Ha e
can
se
say
a
that
ratwang.
without being a man
Ya
that is
ratwang.
loved.
Ha e se a ratwang.
Without being a man that is loved.
E ke yena.
He's the one
Ya thotseng.
that was
Ha o utlwe
quiet.
there.
You do not hear the
A
preaching.
shumaela.
You do not hear
O
him
utlwa
preach.
Peter a shoma ena.
You hear
Ha
Peter
o utlwa
preach.
complain.
You don't hear
O
him
utlwa fela ho
complain.
thwe o na na le Peter.
You should hear him saying he
O utlwa
was
fela hore
with Peter.
seriti ne se feta.
You just hear that
Ha o
his shadow
utlwe
was
hore sa John
passing.
se kae.
And you don't hear
Kanti
about
o ntso
John's
bapala
shadow.
Black Maipating.
Only to find it was hide and seek.
One dad
Fathers,
complain now.
you complain too much.
Letseka le hore ha le we.
You even argue that you do not fall under the presence of God.
Letseka le hore ha le kene le dikhwaeng.
You argue that you don't even
But
be part of
Lazarus-
worshiping team. Impa Lazarus,
In his corner.
koning ya haye.
A Jesu a sa ya mo.
When Jesus was going there,
Ulo mo tsosa.
he was going to raise him from the dead.
Ha ilo mo tsosa. O le bitleng.
He was in the grave.
John Lazarus ka le bitleng.
Lazarus was in the
Ha ba
grave.
hlalosa ba.
When they explain him, they say,
Ho ba le ntho e bulwang kana e bitswang ntho. Festere e bulwang.
they say there's a window that you open
Ha motho a patuwe.
when one
Ba
is
dumela hore
buried.
3 days.
They believe that within 3 days,
Ha hona motho ka Bibeleng.
there's nobody in the Bible,
Including Jesu.
including Jesus,
Ya tsuileng jwalo ka Lazarus.
that resurrected like Lazarus.
Ayo.
Nobody.
4 days.
Matsatsi a mane,
Jesu o tla ka kwa.
Jesus was coming this side.
Against Jesu 3 days. Lazarus 4.
Jesus 3 days, Lazarus 4.
Jwale o e bitsa ntho 4.
So what do you call that?
Jwale ba re after 3 days ha eba 4 days ba le sila ba re motho enwa ke ba hlatsoha.
They say after 3 days,
Because
when
ba re
it's 4
ba
days,
tlanne
they
ba hlahe ba bona hore
seal.
na ebe ha tswe ka moo.
They say they
So
will
it's
peep
a
in to see if he doesn't.
showcase.
It is a showcase
Ha sa tla tsoha.
that he will never rise
Ka
from
utlwa
the
leloko la
dead.
Juda.
The Lion of the tribe of Judah,
A nyoloha.
he went up
A ilo tsosa Lazarus.
to raise
In
Lazarus
short-
from the dead. In short,
Ha se ba tlositse lejwe.
when they have removed this
Ha
rock,
mmitsa.
when he called him out
A re Lazarus.
and say, Lazarus,
Wa tseba? E re ke le bona. Jesu a rapela thapelo e thata ena.
Jesus didn't pray this hard and difficult prayer. He said, Father,
Because motho ona already o sana le lentswe ka hare.
because this person already
Motho
has
a
the
nang le
word.
lentswe ha a sokodise.
A person that has the word is not a problem. Lazarus.
O re Lazarus.
He says, Lazarus.
Lazarus o sa tsoha.
Then Lazarus was risen from the dead.
Ba mo tinteleditse.
They wrapped him
Utswile.
around and he rose
Bo
from the
Maria
dead.
ba le ba hore o ba re o a ratwa.
Those Mary that said they are loved.
Boko tsena ke ha di re le kgale.
The worms said, not at all.
Motho ya tlisang revival ha re dule ko yena rena ra tsamaya.
A person that brings the revival, we
Baba.
do not stay in that person and they left.
Lazarus o.
That is Lazarus.
Hallelujah. A re ke telo. Now Lazarus
Now Lazarus,
ha sa tsohile.
when he has risen
Ke
from the
kopa re
dead,
re mamele hanyane fela.
may we listen briefly.
Chapter 12.
Chapter 12.
Chapter 12.
Chapter 12 of John.
Yes, please.
Verse 1.
Verse 1 to 2.
Then Jesus, 6 days before the Passover, came to Bethany, where Lazarus was, which had been dead, whom he raised from the dead.
Ha hona motho
There is nobody
eo Jesu a ileng a etsa follow up ha e se Lazarus.
that Jesus made a follow-up besides Lazarus.
Let's a follow up.
He made a follow
Ke
up.
kopa amen ka kerekeng. Ga le sa etse amen le high kwana le mametse ditumtu. Ke kopa amen. Hare, tswela pele.
There they made him a supper, and Martha served, but Lazarus was one of
Ke
them
kopa
that
go bontsha
served.
something.
Let me show you something.
That day,
Letsatsing leo,
mo Lazarus a dutseng dijo.
where Lazarus was sitting on the
Mareta ke
table,
ba complain a nna re mo dutse maotong because Lazarus o teng.
Martha will not complain, saying the other one is sitting on the
Ha
feet
hona
because
di
Lazarus is
complain
present.
mo Lazarus a leng teng.
There is no complaints where
But
Lazarus
ha
is.
Lazarus a seyo,
But when Lazarus is
or
not
a se
there,
in the picture,
or Lazarus is not in the picture, the other one will say the other one is sitting without working. Then Martha served. The other one comes with the oil. Everybody is doing that which they are
because
supposed to
Lazarus is there.
do. Because Lazarus ute.
Dijo.
But Lazarus was one of them that sat at the table
Yes.
with him.
Yes. Yes. Tswela pele.
Then took Mary a pound of ointment of spikenard, very costly, and anointed the feet
Ha
of
Lazarus
Jesus.
a le tafoleng,
When Lazarus was at the table,
a jele lentswe,
when he
A
has
tsohile
eaten the word,
bafung.
when he was risen from the dead,
ha ona bothata hore motho a ka neela
there's nobody that can come and offer
ka ntho e turang.
with an expensive thing.
Ha ana bothata.
He doesn't have a problem.
Ha revival le teng, ha ona ba le bothata ba ho ntsha.
When the revival is there, you won't have a problem to take out.
Or o senoletswe ka yona.
Or when you have received the revelation about
Ha
it.
re qeta ngwana ka re qeta. Hona le mo ke e batlang teng. O so bitle tu. Ha re tlogele mono, re ye 9 to 11. Ke e batla mono, ebile se ke kwana.
Much people of the Jews therefore knew that he was there. And they came not for Jesus' sake only, but that they might see Lazarus also, whom he had raised from the dead. But the chief priests consulted that they might put Lazarus also to death, because that by reason of him, many of the Jews went away and believed on Jesus.
Many of the Jews,
Many of the Jews,
many of the Jews,
bongata
ha e
ba
sale ba ba
Juda,
kwaletse moo.
ever since they have closed them
But
there.
ha Lazarus a sa tsohile,
But when Lazarus is now,
phuthego e a fetoha e tla o jesa.
the congregation turns to
Because
Jesus.
glory tshwantse e bone.
Because the glory must be
Ha
seen.
Jesu a palame esele,
When Jesus was on
the
the
reason
donkey,
was Lazarus.
the reason in Lazarus.
Ha ba re ho boko ya tlang ka lebitso la Morena.
When they say, praise be unto the person
Ha
that
batho
comes in
ba
the name
ama
of the Lord.
makala,
If people lay the
batho
leaves,
ba di beha fatshe.
people taking their garments and
Ba mo
putting them on the
khumamela.
ground, when they were
Ba
worshiping
Pharisee
him,
or ba priest ba
the
bua ba re,
Pharisees or the priests were
"Purisana
saying,
talena."
making
Jwale
people
a
to
araba a
stand.
re,
When he answers, he
"Tsatsing
says,
lena ha ba ka thola,
today if they
le
keep
batho a
quiet,
tla bua."
even the
Okay,
stones
okay,
will
okay,
speak.
oh, ha re se ka ra potlaka. Le batho a tla bua.
Even the stones
Ko
will
hobane
speak.
lejwe le ile la tloswa.
It is because the rock was removed.
Majwe le ona a bua.
The rocks will speak.
Hore,
That
re a itseba taba ya Lazarus.
we know about the matter of Lazarus.
Ha re shapele morena Jesu matsoho. Ho. Hai. Re ikutlwetse. Re se re ikutlwetse.
We have heard
E
ourselves.
hlakile.
It is clear.
Ke kopa ke ska ba ka etsa next.
May I not do anything to it.
Wa kgonahala
It is possible
hore motho a bonwe ke Jesu.
that one may be recognized by
A ratwe ke
Jesus,
Jesu
one be loved by Jesus,
ka tsela ya Jesu.
in the manner of Jesus.
Ne se mo apostola,
He was not an apostle.
ona se phose ha ona mo a hlaelang
There is nowhere where he appears
ka mokgwa o hlakang
in a clear manner.
o hlaha fela ha o so thwe
He only appears when
ke a
it's said,
ratuwang.
the one who is
Modimo o re
loved.
kgothaditse kajeko
Jesus, God has encouraged us
o re
today.
file sephiri
He has given us the
sa
mystery
bophara ba bosebeletsi ba ntate
of the depth of the service of a father.
hore bophara bo teng bosebeletsing ba ntate
That there is weight in the service of a
le ha ho
father.
hlahile bontate ba bangata
Even when a lot of fathers have
e le
appeared,
baprofeta le ba apostola le ba bang
being prophets, apostles, and
empa ho
others.
bonahala ho sana le dibaka tse ngata
But there are still
ka
a lot of
nnete re leboha
places.
modimo bosiung ba kajeko
Truly, we thank God
mme
tonight.
ke kopa re eme ka maoto
And
re tle ho yena ka lentswe la thapelo
may we stand on our feet and come to Him in word of prayer.
ho sa le ho ngata
There's still a Lord.
ho sana le sebaka sa ntate e mong le e mong
There is still a place for each and every father.
ke kopa ke re lokolohe bontate
May we please be free.
e mong le e mong a ka bue le modimo
May each and every one of us speak to God.
ha re etseng jwang
Let us do so.
morena Jesu hape o re butse mahlo bosiung bona re le bontate o buile sephiri se seholo hore o modimo o a lentswe mme lentswe ha le etsuwe hobane motho a bonwa lentswe ha le etsuwe hobane motho a le pontsheng kapo a na le position empa modimo lentswe le etsuwa hobane motho a le utlwa mme o re bontsha kajeko hore motho o tsejwa ke lentswe leo a le etsang mme motho o ratwa ke lentswe leo a le etsang morena Jesu o no le lentswe o no ruta lentswe o no rata lentswe o no bona ka lentswe o no tsiba ka lentswe o no utlwa ka lentswe mme bohle ba entseng ka lentswe ba bone lerato la hao ba tswile ka hara batho ba bile special ho wena bosiung bona ba kajeko modimo a rona re le utlwile lentswe lena re le bontate mme re shebile maphelo a rona re a o leboha hobane o tlositse mahlo a rona dinthong di sele tse re neng re di nahana hore thusitse ka ho kenella hore bontsha hore re hloka lentswe le ho etsa ka lona ha re hloke letho le leng ha lentswe le teng re tla bonwa ke wena re tla ratwa ke wena re tla utlwa ke wena mme lentswe le a o tlotlisa mme le rona ka mokgwa jwalo re tla o tlotlisa ntate re a leboha ka anointing eo e sebedisitseng mona modimo wa rona re buisetsa kganya yohle hlompho yohle borena bohle hore ebe o re file monyetla ona o mokanakana wa ho tseba sephiri sena re a leboha moya o halalelang ka lebitso la morena Jesu ntate re a leboha ke kopa re mo shapele matsoho re a leboha e jwalo fela ntate moruti tlo neso tlohle tlo achi akore achi awe ewe amen amen ha re shapele morena Jesu matsoho e fedile ta
Amen.